welcome back to English TV Live, everyone. This is episode number 20. We hope you are having a fantastic Thursday wherever you are in the world. In today's episode, we're going to speak all about relationships. In particular, we're going to talk about what makes a healthy relationship. I'm sure all of you guys have different ideas about what makes a healthy relationship, but Lloyd and I are going to have a conversation. It will be a great opportunity for you to practice your listening skills. We'll likely introduce some new vocabulary. That always seems to happen. So thank you for being here, and we are excited to have you here.
That's right. Not the easiest topic. If it was easy, then everyone would have happy relationships, I guess. But anyway, welcome back, everybody. This is English TV Live. My name is Lloyd. His name is Jacob, and we are your number one resource for live English lessons. If you would like to join the waiting list for our private online exclusive English community, which we will be opening up very soon, head over to EnglishTVLive.com, put in your name and email address, and then you will be on the waiting list, and we will keep you updated. It's going to be very soon that we will launch to the public, but make sure your name is on that waiting list. If it's not, then it's a tragedy.
It is a tragedy. So let's just get into it. I mean, where do we start here with relationships? Have you been in many relationships yourself?
I mean, in my case, I've been in quite a few relationships, but compared to some of my friends, and maybe compared to you, I'm not sure. Like some of my friends have been in very, very long relationships, several years. And in my case, I don't know, not super long, maybe a year or two. But I mean, I have friends who've been in 5, 10 year, 15-year relationships, and so maybe my opinion is not as valid as theirs. But what about yourself?
Yeah, I would say I've only really had two serious relationships.
Hmm.
Um, and I learned a lot from both of those experiences. And I mean, the question today is, what do you think makes a healthy relationship? What's the most important thing when it comes to maintaining love in a relationship? So if you guys are watching right now, our live audience, let us know what you think. That's what we asked our private community. We got some answers from them. But tell us in the comment section, and I think we're both really curious to know when it comes to long-lasting love, a healthy relationship, what is the most important thing that couples need to do? And what would you say, Lloyd? What do you think about this question that we're asking everyone?
Well, I mean, I think so. It seems like at the beginning of a relationship, you have the what you can call the honeymoon period. I mean, maybe that's more commonly used after a marriage, but at the beginning of a relationship, I don't know. You can let us know in the comments your experience, but it's very exciting, right? Everything's new and exciting, and maybe what would you say, the first 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, something like that. Everything's new and exciting. And
Yeah.
I think at that time as well, people are not showing their full personality. We kind of have these masks, right? We kind of show the best version of ourselves to the other person for the first few months maybe. But you can only keep up that facade, it's a good word, facade, which is kind of like an act, for a few months, I would say. And then after that, then you see what the other person is really like, and they see what you're really like. So I think it's important to get past that initial first exciting phase, which is very nice. And then after that, you can work out if this is really the type of person that you want to be with. I think that's a very important time. Um, Not sure if I really answered your question there,
Well, yeah, getting past that phase is certainly, I mean, one thing that makes that phase difficult is when you are falling in love with someone, not only do you not really know what they're truly like yet, but you also don't see their faults, I think. You tend to
or maybe
think
you
they're
you see them, but you kind of you overlook them. It's a good word there. Overlook. So You kind
Yeah.
of ignore them. You can see that they have some faults, but you put it to the back of your mind. You overlook it. And I think a lot of us do that. And then maybe later, then
Yeah, I think
those
so too.
faults, those bad things about that person, then they start to become more obvious, and then they become more of a problem.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, part of the reason I think that happens too is because a lot of times, well, a lot of the time, I think it's easy. Here's a good word for you guys. It's easy to become complacent in a relationship. Complacent just means when you're a little bit too comfortable, when you take things for granted. And as time goes on, we get used to what we have, it becomes familiar, and we kind of stop appreciating that in a way. We become complacent, we take it for granted. And then once you're complacent, you maybe stop putting in as much of an effort as you did at first. And I think that's definitely something that happens in a lot of relationships. And that's usually when problems start to surface, feelings get hurt, and all sorts of other nasty things can happen.
Exactly. I think, yeah, as you just said, getting complacent, getting too comfortable. Um, you can say, um, so the courtship, right? The courtship, the when you start dating somebody at the beginning, you, as we said, you try to give your best impression. Maybe you arrange dates, you try to make things interesting, you try to make fun plans, and then what a lot of us do, I guess, after time, maybe 3 months, 6 months, a year, you stop putting in the effort, as Jacob said, putting in the effort, and get complacent, and then maybe the relationship could start to become boring, and that's when it starts to get a little bit dangerous, I guess. So I think both people, but especially the men, need to try to make an effort to keep the relationship exciting, to try and keep that initial phase going. There's someone once said that the courtship never ends, right? The courtship never ends.
Yeah,
So you should
definitely.
keep
And
dating
that,
someone the way that you do in the beginning. I think that a lot of
yeah,
us don't do that.
yeah, and I think it becomes, I mean, I've never been married. I know that you've never been married either, but I imagine that just becomes increasingly difficult once you add things like kids into your life and you both have jobs that you're working and you come home at the end of the day and I imagine for many people it's probably like, you know, it's a very difficult thing to feel like you're in the mood to do something romantic with your partner maybe. Although it certainly seems like that's an important thing. Perhaps some of you who are married could let us know in the comment section what you think about that. Here's a
He's
comment from
saying, I'm writing
Zarina.
the comments now.
Yeah.
There's comments
Here's a
from Lloyd
comment
as
from
well.
Zarina. Oh, you commented.
I did.
You're trying to get that badge.
I'm trying to get that badge. I want to become a top fan. Just let me read my comment quickly. So Lloyd says it's very easy to get stuck in a rut. So a rut is kind of the bad routine where everything's the same again and again and again. Nothing new or exciting is always the same. It's easy to get stuck in a rut or stuck in a routine. But sorry, you can you read the other comment?
Yeah, Zarina says, I think trust and fidelity are the most important things in order to maintain a healthy relationship. Yeah, there's one of my favorite things that I heard about trust and fidelity in the past year from this psychologist who I really like. He was talking about what happens to you when someone cheats on you and how you feel. And I've never been cheated on, fortunately, but I can imagine it's probably one of the worst feelings in the world. And what he says is
Oh, must
that
be.
when someone when someone cheats on you, they betray you, and it's not just that they cheated on you and you don't know who they are anymore because you can't trust them, so you don't know who you're dealing with really. But it's not only that, it's worse than that because you start doubting your own ability to understand and trust people. You see this person, you think to yourself, well, I thought that this person was like this, but they're not. So maybe I can't trust myself and it just kind of shatters your whole world because you start to doubt yourself too.
Yeah. And then when a relationship does end, it takes, I think we've done this phrasal verb before, but it takes a long time, can take a long time to get over it, right? Because you become so connected to that person and invested in the relationship. Another good word there. So it can be difficult to disconnect from that. Just two words to quickly review. So fidelity and infidelity. Fidelity and infidelity. So infidelity, do you know what that means? That means to cheat on somebody. Okay. And also when we talk about cheating, not very nice, of course, but we say cheat on. So to cheat on somebody, to cheat on. So, and if your girlfriend or boyfriend cheats with somebody else, they cheat on you. Okay, they cheat on you. Hopefully not, but cheat on somebody. I just want to review that. And so, fidelity is not is being faithful to somebody. Infidelity is the opposite, cheating. Somebody agrees with me, by the
Uh,
way. Comments.
I saw. Um, shall we go to a response from our private community? Do you have one there?
I think we should. I think we could talk about this for
Yeah,
hours, couldn't we?
I'm sure we
All right.
could. Yeah.
So the question for today, as Jacob said, was so the question of the day, which we asked our private group, is what is the most important thing when it comes to, okay, so concerning or about maintaining a loving and healthy relationship between a couple. So, what is the most important thing when it comes to maintaining a loving and healthy relationship? How do you keep a relationship going for a long, long time? And Jacob and I don't really have that much experience with long relationships, so actually it's very useful for us. And let me choose one answer here. Okay, so this is from Young Me. Okay, Young Me Park. She says, friendship to discover each other's changes and progresses in a very long period with understanding and respect. So you should say over a very long period. So not in a, if you're talking about a long amount of time, you say over a long period. Over a long period of time. Would you agree, Jacob? You usually say it like that?
Yes, I was that reminded me of a quote that I just wanted to look up and have ready. Um,
Okay, okay.
Youngmi Park's point did.
So
But what was the
okay, so
question?
Youngmi
Sorry?
says, so I said, so Youngmi said, friendship to discover each other's changes. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Um, maybe differences, to discover each other's differences, maybe, and progresses, maybe the growth. So the person you date at the beginning, especially if you start dating very young, people change a lot. And maybe the person you started dating at the beginning can change a lot over time. So over a long period of time. So Young Me said in a long period of time, but usually we say over a long period of time. So
Right. Yes, that's exactly true.
when something changes, you say over a long period of time. But with
Her
understanding,
comment,
respect, yeah, definitely understanding each other, respect is huge, I think. Maybe almost number one, I think, respect. Respect and yeah, I would agree with that. It's very, very important. Without respect, it's hard to love somebody, right?
yeah, that's true because without respect, I think it turns into resentment. Her point reminded me of a quote that I just pulled up really quickly here. It's by Friedrich Nietzsche, the philosopher, who said, "It is not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages." And I think that's probably true.
What was that? Sorry, lack of,
And yeah,
I didn't catch that. Lack of
it
friendship.
isn't, yeah, a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages. Not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship.
Yeah, you got to like each
He
other, right? You got
pointed
to
out,
be friends. Got to have a good
yeah,
time.
it's
And
true.
I think one thing I forgot, I think we did say this already. We did say this already, but having fun together is very, very important because I think a lot of people think, and in society, we often think, okay, relationships have to be very serious. This has to be serious. Okay, we're now in a serious relationship. But
Yeah.
fun. One of the main reasons to be in a relationship is to have fun with each other, enjoy each other's company. So
Yeah, but I think
being
it like
friends,
I
having a
think
good time together.
I think there's that, which is certainly important, and that's probably something that dies. But it gets to a point, I think, too, where especially if you're thinking about marrying someone, or if you're trying to figure out if someone is right for you in the long term, it gets to a point where you have to take it kind of seriously too, and you have to make real, you have to have real discussions, I think, and start imagining what a future together would actually look like in terms of who's going to do this, who's going to do that, who's going to do this. Um, and it's a hard balance to find, I think. Um,
Right, but what I mean is even as more serious things happen like that, you can still do it in a fun way. It doesn't have to be, okay, this is, you can still keep things lighthearted, keep things fun, um, enjoy it because, life's too short to be too serious about everything all the time. Of course, you have to be
yeah, that's
serious
very true.
about the way you commit to somebody, but you can still have fun while you're in that relationship. If you agree or disagree with me, let us know in the comment box below. Tatiana says relationships are about being able to feel what it's just gone there, what your partner feels. So empathy,
Yeah, well, empathy.
empathy for
Yeah,
each
that's a good
other.
word. Empathy. Yeah, definitely. I think that's incredibly important. And it's tempting to be selfish at times and to get better about that. But empathy's, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's easy to talk about these things and to talk about all of the things that we've been talking
Oh yeah.
about, but I imagine it must be so hard, especially in a long-term marriage. It must be incredibly difficult. Maybe we'll be streaming again, Lloyd, in 10 years when we're both married, and who knows how we'll feel about the topic then.
We'll see how if we still have the same idea. Aneta says, yeah, having fun, doing stupid things together, sharing things, just being happy
Yeah,
with each other. And passion, yeah, passion, very important, definitely. Um, I agree with Aneta there. Oh, a lot of people saying, I agree with Lloyd, I agree with Lloyd. A lot of Lloyd agreeers. They should definitely get the top fan badge, I think. So Fikri says, I agree with Lloyd, having fun together so much good time together. Gee, the comments keep disappearing on my screen. But thank you for agreeing with Lloyd. Mirella says, I agree with you 100%, Lloyd. Nice. I like the way this comment section is going. Elena says, agree with
I
Lloyd.
don't know if we're agreeing.
Hmm.
I feel like we're both agreeing with each other, though.
No, 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 no. I'm not. No, we're not. Natalie, hello. Natalie is one of our new teachers here on English TV Live. She will be with us next week, next Wednesday. No, I think we're basically on the same page. It's not like Jacob and I
Yeah, I
really
think so.
disagree.
Yeah, I feel like we are.
So
But yeah, that's
to be
awesome
on
too.
the same page with somebody, to agree with something.
Yeah. Do we have another? Should we do one more question and answer response from our private community and then head over to our private
Yeah, I
community
think
for
we
the
can do.
interview show?
I think we can do it. All right. So back to the private group, and let me take an answer from Ruxana. Okay, Ruxana in Pakistan. So Ruxana says, it's quite a little bit of a long one. I'll try and read it quickly. Trust, communication, respect, accepting the difference of each other's nature. How would you say that a little bit more naturally? Each other's nature. Maybe that's okay, actually. Yeah, each other's nature. Love are the most
Yeah, I think so.
important things when it comes to maintaining a loving and healthy relationship. It's very difficult to choose one. That's to choose one thing. Definitely, I would. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely.
And very natural, very nice sentence from Roxana there. Very natural. Not really much to correct.
Well, nicely done, Roxana. Thank you for the comment. And it seems like I think we're all on the same page with, like Lloyd said before, to be
Feda,
on the
agree
same
with you
page
both.
means
Tammy, agree with
to
Lloyd
be in
and Jacob.
agreement.
Okay.
Cleopatra says, starting with matching chemistry and vibration. Ooh, a long-lasting relation will be developed based on mutual love, passion, appreciation, admiration, comprehension, respect, and friendship. It's a lot of things, a lot of ingredients,
Very nice.
we could say.
It's a long list. It's like a shopping list. It's a shopping list for a relationship. But thank you, Cleopatra. Very nice comment there. Chemistry. Yeah, chemistry, that's a good word. So to have chemistry with somebody, um, yeah, you match each other very well. You very comfortably get on or get along, as Jacob would say, with each other, to have chemistry with each other. But I think
What do
with
you
that
think, Lloyd?
said,
When
we should
you
probably call it a day.
Okay, I was going to ask you a question, but I'll ask you the question in our private group maybe, although I won't because you're going to be live interviewing people. So that's the plan for today,
Well,
right?
hey, you're free to join me on camera if you want.
I might I might
That's
hit you
right.
up.
Today is Thursday. I think we have a little bit of a delay here. Today is Thursday, so what we usually do on Thursdays is we have an interview day where we invite our members, our braver members, onto camera. So kind of the way that Jacob and I are on camera now. In this case, it'll be me and somebody else, and we're gonna see what our members, our private members, think about that. And it's a good experience, a good opportunity for you to practice speaking on camera in front of other people in English. So if you are a member of our private group, don't be shy. Come along and join us.
And thank you for watching, everyone. We will be back tomorrow with a brand new teacher joining the party, right, Lloyd? Do you want to introduce who's joining you on camera tomorrow?
That's right. Yes, very exciting. So tomorrow we're gonna get rid of this guy. Not him tomorrow. Uh, tomorrow is myself and Emma. So I'm sure many of you know Emma from Pronunciation with Emma. So Emma and I will be doing a show together tomorrow at the same time as usual, and we will be focusing on mistakes. So the topic for tomorrow is mistakes in English that even native speakers of English make. So it could be quite interesting. Emma's going to be testing me with some things. I'm a little bit scared about that. But Emma is a pronunciation expert. She is our resident pronunciation expert in English TV Live. So we're looking forward to having her tomorrow. So be sure to join us same time. Actually, tomorrow is on my page, EnglishWithLloyd.com. But Jacob will share it on his page as well. So don't miss it.
Awesome. All right, you guys, we'll take care. We'll see you again tomorrow, or I won't, but Lloyd and Emma will. And enjoy the rest of your week. Bye bye, everyone. Join the wait list. Follow the link in the
Sounds
description.
good.
See you guys later.
Adios.